Okay, I'm here with ZP. ZP, where are we?
We are in Kibera,
In
Nairobi,
Kibera.
Kenya, Kibera slums.
This is your house.
Yeah, my house is that place on. Yeah.
Can you show us a little bit of the house? Just the front.
Okay. This is our gate where this is the environment where we always socialize our clothes, or maybe when we are having groups meetings, we always meet here.
Okay.
And that place there is our gate. What let's say our security, where when I close from inside, you cannot trespass inside unless I open the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your current role, your current work?
My kind of work.
Yeah.
My kind of work is that I'm a youth advocate. I advocate for sexual, reproductive and health rights. I advocate for HIV and I advocate for our health too, because since the fund cutting came, a lot of people have been living in fear. So I told myself that at least I should come up with something whereby I can teach the community and give them hope to have that hope that things will be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
When
work.
did you start as a youth advocate?
I started in 2020 when I found out that I was pregnant.
Okay.
And I was informed too. So I was in fear that the baby will be infected.
Okay.
And I was in fear that I will not be going to school anytime soon. So I was scared a lot. But after I gave birth and my daughter was okay, I started now using my story to impact the community.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you meet a youth who doesn't know very much about HIV or needs some help, what personal story do you tell them?
First, I tell them that it is okay to be HIV positive, because this is not the thing that every people wants. Sometimes it's just situations that take you there, and sometimes I always tell them that maybe if God had a way of showing us the life that we're going to pass through, some of us would have prevented ourselves. And that's why I always tell them that it is okay for them to accept themselves and to live, because I'm one of them. I am living with HIV for the longest time, which is 23 years.
Oh, for your whole life?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I always tell them that it is okay. We doesn't look where it came from, but we always look on what should be done for it to be prevented. And for that, I always give them hope. I always tell them that you can be living positive, but you have a negative generation, whereby I'm having a child,
Yes.
she's negative.
Yes.
My siblings are negative.
Yeah.
I and my mother are the one taking care of, we are the one taking medicine alone, and
Okay.
we are the one who are infected with HIV.
Okay.
The rest is history. And I always tell them that to love themselves, because no one can love you if you don't love yourself. Love starts from you, even the change. Yeah.
It's funny. Usually people say you can't love someone else unless you love yourself.
Yes.
But you said no one will love you
Yeah.
unless you love yourself.
Yes.
That's funny.
Because why I said that, it is because love is like, how will I say it? It is like a feeling. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love people, and people won't love you because they'll say that, if you don't love yourself, you won't look good, actually. And we always say that we are trying to fight a virus. And when you fight a virus can't be fought if you don't take care of yourself. Definitely it will defeat you.
Yeah.
So that's what I always tell them. Yeah.
Since January, have there been any challenges doing your work?
Yeah, challenges has been there because of the freeze cutting.
Did it stop any work that you were doing?
Yes, it stopped because I was working in the hospital as a peer educator, and my work was to encourage people, to call them to take their medicine, to encourage them to sometimes just one-on-one talk about our daily life. Maybe someone has been discriminated out there and he or she feels like, no, this world is coming to an end. I don't feel like I am okay. And yeah, for me, I said that it pained me a lot, because I felt that it is the end of the world. Because again, we thought of the medicine, it was coming from the US, and the US now have freezed everything. What will be life? And there are those people who maybe were depending on it, like me, as a source of income, whereby I was working with the USAID. Now you see, it's not there. Everyone is at home. Yeah.
So your current work is funded by USAID or a different?
It was funded by USAID.
Previously, but
Yeah.
currently?
I'm just like now I'm not working.
Okay.
What I do is just like talking. I'm just continuing with my work, but no one is paying me.
Okay.
Because I said that if I stop, I'm going to lose a lot of kids. And I think you will see them today maybe, because there are many and they always see me. You see, like the way plants depend on sun, or the way plants depends on rain. That's how they see me. And I told myself, if I stop because I was working, then that wasn't to be a patriotic citizen, because I'm going to live. I'm going to make people feel like the world is over. But by seeing me there, talking to them and seeing things like it never happened, I think for me it's a good thing.
That's very, that's impressive that you're doing that. I didn't know that you were volunteering. So when I saw you last week, you were at the community-led monitoring workshop.
Yeah.
So how would you explain what is community-led monitoring?
Community-led monitoring, it's activities that are done with the communities, whereby we want some works to be done for the community, whereby like now I'm doing it as a community, where I always take children, talk to them. But in the training of CLM, it was about the iMonitor, whereby iMonitor is that app that one can report anything. For example, if he or she does not get a good quality services, or maybe one has been treated badly in the hospital, or maybe he or she feels like there's no medicine in that hospital, or maybe the rights are violated. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a accountability mechanism.
Yeah.
And then what will you be doing to support CLM when it's rolled out?
My work will be to encourage the community to use the app, because at some point IZP cannot reach everyone. I cannot reach everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe someone is living, you've seen the way we are some far kind.
Yeah.
So if someone have that app, it is easier for him or her to report the case that he or she has been violated, or if he or she has not get a good. While one has that app, it is easier for him or her to get assisted than to look for me, talk to me. We start now from down there.
Yeah.
We go like, if he or she use the iMonitor, it is okay, it is great, it is dope, because he or she, then the iMonitor, it is confidentiality. No one will know it's you.
Yeah.
When you report, it will become anonymous. Rather than telling me, we go there. No, when we go with her to the hospital to report,
Yes.
it wouldn't be anonymous.
Yes.
It will be zippy, and the other person came
Yes.
here and they told us this. So I felt like a lot of people like confidentiality, while some of us, we don't. So I thought, yeah. If you wrong me, I'll tell you that, Benjamin, you did this, and I didn't love it. But there are those people who has to write for you, so that you can read and just know that you wronged someone, but you don't know the real person who you wronged. Yeah.
All right. What is an example of a success story from one of the youth that you helped?
I've been helping many youths, and
You can give a fake name. Or
yeah,
him
it's
or
okay.
her.
There was this girl who was infected with HIV, but the mother, she was 13, but the mother never disclosed. So she had people from the family telling her that, you know, you are sick. But she was like, sick? But I'm not sick. Why are you telling me I'm sick? Because you always take medicine every day, the ARVs now. So when she came to find out she wanted to kill herself, I went to the hospital and I told her, you know what, this is your life. You're not living for your family. It is your own life. And even today, if you stop taking your medicine, you are the one who will get bedridden and you'll be admitted to the hospital, where you will suffer alone. So from today on, remember that you are not doing it for everyone. Even those medicine you're taking, you're not taking it for your mom. Your mom is taking hers and your mom is healthy. So if you want people to start stigmatizing you, stop taking your medicine. When you get sick, people will take you to because I feel like telling them the truth, that will help them. Because if I start pumping them with love, so at some point we are going to lose some of them. So I told her that, you know what, you have to be serious about your medicine, because this medicine we are not buying, we are being given. And for you, and because you are being given, you have to take it, because there's someone who wants this medicine, but she cannot take it. Because of why? Maybe the access, maybe she fears to go to the hospital, but at least you have your mother. Your mother has struggled for you to be until here. You don't know what she has gotten to for you to be here. alive and kicking, and you are eating, you're doing everything. So I told her the truth that even us, we are sick. But if we do not tell you, you won't know. So if you want people to know about your status, go. Stop taking your medicine and just go. But you know that bitter truth, she went down and said that, no, this is my life. And if today I die, people will laugh at me. I'll be thin, I'll be sick, I'll be all of sorts. And I told her that you are not living for someone. Continue taking your medicine, continue loving yourself until you reach there. And today she's a successful story. She's finishing Form 4.
Okay.
And we've been friends, and sometimes she posts, I post.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think like I came to understand that life gives us a lot of chances, but if you play with your life, like for example, you know that you are taking medicine, you know you very well you are supposed to take this medicine in order for you to kill your virus, but you're not taking. When the virus now become many, they'll give you opportunistic infection. When they give you opportunistic infection, chances of surviving will be minimal. Because of why? The immune system will be tarnished so that it won't fight against diseases. And at some point, we might lose you, or maybe you can start infecting, you can start maybe let's say TB. Maybe you are living in a household, you are not taking your medicine. When TB comes, you will infect even the other household. So we always encourage them to take their medicine, and sometimes we have to use force so that they understand. Because this is their life, it is
Forceful
not ours.
Truth.
Yeah, forceful truth to tell them
Tough
that,
love.
yeah, you have to take your medicine so that when you take your medicine very well, life will be sweet. And if you are not taking your medicine, prepare to die because that's waiting for you. Yeah. I always tell them,
Eventually, yeah.
because if I didn't take mine, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have done. And you see, when I was born, when my mom was taking me to the hospital, we were like 60 children. But do you know now we are
What do you mean 60?
We are 60 like in the hospital when we were meeting for the support groups.
Okay.
We were like 60, but I'm the only one remaining.
Oh,
the
why?
59 died, all of them.
No.
Yeah, they died. So you see, if I start giving them, showing them love, telling them that, you know, you have to take your medicine, or I'm going to lose them too. And that's now what I don't want, because the trauma is still in me. This February, we buried another one who refused to take her medicine. And she was extremely sick. People stigmatized her even in the hospital because people knew that, no, this one is suffering from HIV. So sometimes I have to use the tough love for them to know that it is what they need to do so that they can be there. If you don't use it, we are going to leave us. And it's so painful. You know, when they say small coffins are heavy to carry. You see that the way it always feels. So like I always do this in honor of my friends.
Yeah.
Because if in the past I will stand like this, maybe some of them will be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
I can't believe 59 of the 60 passed away.
Yeah.
When was that? Like, so you were born with HIV.
Yeah.
And when you were born with HIV, was ART available in Kenya or not yet?
It was there, but I think it has some more side effects. The lamivudine, you remember those medicines? So when people were taking it, sometimes it will make you weak.
It was too many pills?
Yeah, too many pills. So I think some of us lost hope and the support, because some of them were orphans, so they were being taken care of the family. And you know this African family, when you are here, they laugh with you. But when people are away, that love won't be there. So I think some of them lost hope and they died. Because the last one we buried was in... The last one was this year. The other one last year.
How old?
Teenage ages.
Like 13, 14, 15?
Yeah. Even someone was 20. So like we've been burying. Every year we will be burying someone. Someone maybe has refused. And that's how, because if I see one child whom we've grown together in my circle, there are no one who is remaining.
How do you explain why someone would refuse treatment? What are the challenges that they experience?
Stigmatization from the family. You see, when you are staying in a particular family and people start treating you special, like, oh, ZP is supposed to have food with fruits. When the other sibling asks, why is Zippy having fruits while I'm not? And she's being told that Zippy is sick. She has to take that in order for her to be strong. You see, it is creating an enmity between you and your siblings,
Yeah.
because the siblings will now say, now Zippy is loved because of the sickness, she's loved and I'm not. So they'll start treating you differently.
Okay.
Again, I think stigma from outside.
Yeah.
People know that you are sick. When you pass, that girl is very sick. We don't want her to play with our children because she might infect them, you see. So like those are the things that makes people lose hope for them to stop taking their drugs, and they living in fear. If today Benjamin know my status, Benjamin is going to tell Brenda, and Brenda is going to tell Marianne. Marianne, you see, that's the fear that they are living.
But if they don't take their medicine, like you said,
Yeah.
the treatment, then they will get sick.
Yeah, but I think...
But they just don't want to go to where they receive the HIV services for the rumors and the gossip.
Yeah, that's what they make them. And again, too, I think the pills burden, the whole bottle. When someone see that, they'll say, it's many, 3 months. This one, no.
No, okay.
So, but I think...
but do you think that that's specific to people who live in communities like this, where they don't have much privacy? They don't like to take home 3 bottles at one time.
Yeah.
So what do you do as an outreach worker and youth advocate for those people who have those kinds of challenges?
I always encourage them, because I'm not a doctor to tell them take one. I always tell them, take them, but listen to your heart. Okay. Forgive yourself for where it came. If you are given with your spouse and the spouse is nowhere, forgive him and forgive yourself. Because at some point, these medicines, you cannot take the medicine while you are stressed. Definitely the medicine will not work. You see, so you have to have good terms with yourself, yourself first, then you have good terms with the people around you. Then from there, if you see that life is well, now you can disclose. You know me, why I disclosed? Because I've been growing here. People knows. So if I hide, they already know. I go public through Facebook, TikTok. So I think some of them always stigmatize me when I don't know, but they cannot come to me. But you see, if
they
you
can't use that against you.
Yeah, and if you love yourself, and if you really love yourself, things like this cannot shake you, because you know what to do. You are intelligent, you know that, these medicines will give me life, and I need to wake up tomorrow for me to continue doing, because now I'm a designer. I do crochets. Okay. Yeah, I do crochets. I'll show you some. I do crochets. So you want to tell me that I should leave my medicine now, and for me to be sick so that I cannot crochet, I cannot design. The children are looking upon me. They want to see me every day. And if today they hear that I've died, how will those people think, the children? They'll be in grief, because maybe they always see me as a sister. Zippy is not there. So sometimes I just tell them the truth, because I can't be there consoling myself when they are there, but when they go I cry. Even it's not good for my health too. So let's tell them the truth, that if you don't take your medicine, you will die. And if you die, we'll forget you. You see, because that's what you wanted. I always tell them, because I've tried. You see, giving those love, telling them sometimes you have just to make sure you take their medicine. Even a month, a child cannot, and he'll tell you, no, I feared. You see, now that's become an habit. Okay. He will just stop it. I'll tell Zippy, it is fear. And when he or she starts to be sick, people will come here, Zippy, go and help her. She's sick, she can't do anything. Then from there, stigma starts, you see. When people goes to visit her in the hospital, they are going to say, Zippy is very sick. I don't know if she will survive. They think that she's sleeping, but she's hearing. Now you see, the hope will be lost. And maybe we can lose even the child, because now she'll say, because they know, and I don't want, when I get out of this hospital, they start calling me names. Now, let me just stay like that. God, just take me, you see. And that's now where we lose them.
So you want to prevent them from going down that path. Yeah. I have one more question. What's your dream for yourself?
Dream, my dream is to become my dream is to have a HIV-free world.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
By saying a HIV-free world, I feel like, you see, when today, Benjamin, maybe for example, I told you that I'm sick, and you tell me go to the hospital, and after I've gone to the hospital, you will ask me what was the problem. You see the way people always say that it is just malaria, stomach ache, headache. Now that's the time people will tell you, no, I went, they tested me for HIV, and they tell me that if I take this medicine, I'll be okay. You see that courage of you explaining how you are doing. It will be great. But if you stop and start hiding yourself because of HIV. HIV is just a tiny virus which is fought with the ARV, and you will live long. So mine is to have just HIV-free world, where we can, a free world where one can talk about it freely. You can even tell your spouse, you can even tell anyone. My child knows that I'm HIV positive. She knows that I always take medicine. Like you see how I have prepared her is the way even as people we have to do that, because the way we are keeping hiding it, the more HIV is it's creating a critical problem to handle, because you always hear HIV is a pandemic, HIV is what. But now we have evolved. If one can give birth to a negative child, if one can marry a negative spouse, then we are okay.
Yeah. And what about for you personally, not the world?
Okay.
Your dream for yourself?
My dream is to become a fashion designer.
Okay.
Because you see this environment that I'm living, I don't like this environment. I want to be that person where I take my child to a place where she feels good, not like the sewer lines have been crossing the same way she's doing. So by having that design, I think maybe I can earn more. Maybe, and I can maybe change my family life.
I'm looking forward to seeing some of your crochet.
Yeah.
Well, nice. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
No? I think it's good. Yeah.